I just did one just a few minutes ago. I'm doing another one because it's been a busy weekend, and oh, got a little sticker. So why am I saying, okay, so I got this. I'm scattered today, so excuse me. This is going to be fast, fun, and incomplete sentences, but look at what I got. The Cracked Amethyst Tarot, and this is done by a Canadian, which is kind of fun, right? Isn't this beautiful? I hope you can see the colors on that. That beautiful, like, soft touch on there. Nice. Really nice. And then I think that's what's all the stuff on the back showing you what it's going to look like inside. Cannot wait. Oh, that's fun. See that spot glass? Whoosh, whoosh. Okay, stop being a squirrel. Oh, and I see it right here too. Kind of glows. Nice. Okay. Opens up beautifully. Let's take one thing out at a time so I don't squirrel too much. Nice book. It's got that same soft feel to it. Oh, love that. And this is a deck by Jessica, and I apologize. I was going to say but it is bought. Jessica bought. Okay, so yeah, I need to look closer before I go off the deep end saying the wrong things. And she's done quite a few decks. Hi. Finally looking at the camera to make sure I'm actually in view. Look at these. I didn't know she did this many. I'm going to have to look at these. Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to be looking at those too because this looks beautiful. Major Arcana. Oh, look how she did this. I haven't looked at the cards, so I don't know how these are. Like, it's very visual. I'm going to, like, a lot of decks that come with a book, sorry, are just words. And sometimes they're pictures of the cards, blah, blah, blah. This looks like, I mean, it's very visual, and I appreciate that. Yes, thank you for the visuals. I like that. So, look, each major arcana has a page. Minor arcana has a page. You got to enjoy that. This is going to be fun. As a visual person, this makes me just so happy. Let's see what we got at the end. The end. Oh, goes right up to the King of Swords. And, oh, this is so cool. Put that right there. Let's get the cards out now. Gotta look at the bottom of the box. Oh, oh, nice. Isn't that pretty? Gotta do that spot thing because I'm a magpie. Okay, put that over here and let's get our first look at the back. So that's the same. Very nice. Just a side note, if you have a card in there, you won't notice it because it's the same. Oh, look. Like it's a dull silver. Oh, I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? I can tell. It almost looks like, like a steel. Like it's that dull, not overly dull, like a brushed steel. That's what it looks like. Oh, isn't that cool? I haven't really seen one quite like that. I love the uniqueness. Let's look at the cards. Oh, that's got beautiful snap to it. Can you feel you cannot feel the gilding. Oh my God. So many things done beautifully. So many things done beautifully. That feels so nice. You can see it's a nice, hi. I'm going to look at the camera more often. You can see that's a nice, beautiful gilding work. Okay, so it's also got, it's not linen, but it's got that beautiful soft touch to it. And I'm sure there's many words you can use for that. It doesn't feel like petal. Petal can sometimes like be sticky, like not sticky. I'm not using my words right. It can be overly soft, almost velvety. This is not. This is soft, and maybe it is petal. Maybe I got the wrong words for it. But we're going to look at this quickly. I always go through the major arcana and then I go and we do a deck interview. And I really can't like wait for that. That's going to be... So here's the Fool. And that's just beautiful, honestly. The little seed floating away. Ah, dandelions, they're literally everywhere, right? The Magician. Wow. The Pearl. That's thought-provoking. Okay. High Priestess. Ooh, Hidden Gems. Empress. These feel so nice, I gotta say. Empress. Did I say these are from Kickstarter? I get most of my decks from Kickstarter. I love ordering it. Waiting a year and a half to get them. Like, fun. Okay, sorry if you haven't... You didn't see the other video. I had 3 interruptions, so we're on number 1. Let's see if we can beat it and go like, I don't know, 20. Okay, Empress. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at all the life around that tree. Fruits and fungus and flowers. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the thought in this. Emperor. Yes, big old mountain. The Hierophant. What do they call that? Like a wishing tree? I don't know. I'm sure it's in the book. We will see. But look at all the different religious emblems and cool. Lovers. Well, oh, of course, the bee and the flower. What's this? This is a Chariot. Fast moving. Nice. Strength. Yes. Blooming against all odds. Hermit in the cave. Yes. See, there's no people in this. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I like people sometimes if it's done well. If it's just that cartoony, like scratchy, crayon stuff, that's not my style. Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. I guess it's kind of like the 4 elements, maybe. Spring, summer, winter, fall. Maybe. Fall, winter, spring, summer. Maybe. I don't know. Justice. Stalagmites and stalactites. I don't know why. Something to read. The Hangman. Yes. If you're from Nova Scotia, you'll know that that is Nova Scotia. I'm sorry, Newfoundland. You'll know that that's absolutely true. What you see on the surface is definitely not what's underneath. It's only a fraction on the top. Death. Yes. See how that just... Even in death, there's new life. Beautiful. Temperance. Equal give and take. Wow. Devil. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's not what that means. I'm just saying that. It's just squirrel. Tower. Yes, that makes sense. Star is a shooting star. A gorgeous sunset. Moon. Are you? There you go. I'm wondering if these are those flowers that only bloom in the moonlight. Is that what this is? Because that's cool. Sun in a desert. Yes, that's where you're going to get the sun for sure. Very nice. Judgment. I guess that I'm going to guess, and this is all guess. So is that after a fire and then there's new life coming out? Because it's very, charcoaly, brown, dark hay. Come on back. Dark brown, charcoal forest. No green, no leaves, and then you have a little resurrection, you think? World. Interesting. All right. We'll quickly go. What? Oh, see, I always like to go through because there might be extra. Magic looks like it's an extra card. We'll keep these in because they always show up. Arrows. So is that... Okay. So arrows... Let's look it up because I didn't even know it had different... No! Okay. Does it go in order from here? So cups are cups, right? All right, so what are arrows? Stones are... Well, here, cups. Stones are earth, so that's pentacles, which makes sense. Stones is from the earth. We have arrows. I'm going to say they're wands, but could they be? I think they're swords. Let's see what the last one is. Nope, we have swords. So that is wands. Arrows is wands. There you go, swords. Okay, so only two have changed. Stones and arrows, which good to know because I wouldn't know otherwise. So here's arrows. Okay, let's grab some. Ooh, the 8 of arrows. Okay. Page of arrows. Hi, camera. Oh, look, I'll be better. King of arrows. So they're a little, well, of course they're going to be pippish, right? There's no people. But you know that's a queen because she's got flowers, right? And a knight. Okay, well. Cups, yes. 3 cups, sure. 6 cups. That's cool. Page of cups. Oh, how creative, right? You can almost make it paintbrushes. That's cute. Stones. Stones? What's stones? Oh, so that's the ace of stones. Okay. 2 of stones. 10 of stones, which would be pentacles. That's interesting. Swords. Ace of swords. 5 of swords. Hard to... It's one before it. 7, so that's an 8. That's weird. Can you see the 8 on the camera? Should be right there. 9, 10, and knight. And king. Okay. So what I'm going to do is my deck interview. And we're going to see how... Okay, why do I have... You saw that, right? I messed up. Ha! Very nice. Okay, so let me fix. Oh my gosh, I really messed up. I'm going to do my deck interview to see what kind of deck this is going to be for me. And I've had some people comment, which I love, about my interviews. They say they like them. Well, thank you, thank you. But they also give me like, in this position, this card says to me, as, if they were doing my reading, and one of them was about the devil. And I really enjoyed that. If you can do that too, if we can get a conversation going about how I'm interpreting each card in a position that I have. If you have a different interpretation, I would love to hear it. Love it. I think that's how you build a community where you can talk and say, you know, where it said this, I took it as, am I going to be able to do this? Meaning this, right? And I really apologize for you having to watch me do that. That was not the card's fault. It's purely me. I'm going to do it this way because, you know, that was embarrassing. So, yeah, if you could do that, that would be great. I love that. We all have different styles and different, you know, card associations. So when somebody says this means that this, whatever that is, to me, I love to, because I like to sit and think about it. Like, why would that work that way? Why do I interpret it this way and you interpret it that way? I love that. And I would really like to keep that kind of conversation going. So, anytime you watch a reading and it's like, I would have done it differently, I am not going to be upset that somebody's, I don't see it as criticism. I see it more as like building a community where you discuss. And I love that. Look at, am I distracting you with my talking so you don't see how terrible I'm doing this? Like, why am I having, did I put that upside down? Probably. Why am I having a time? I'll tell you why. And I discussed it in my other video as I was up since 3 o'clock. It's a scattered energy right now. It's, I don't know. It's a scatterbrain energy. Everything is just happening all at once, and nothing's making sense. Everything is just making me like, why now? Why today? It's just, oh, I've been up so long, and it's, you know, early. So anyway, not your problem. I'm going to stop doing this on camera because it's just horrible. I'm going to do it better. As soon as I turn this camera off, it will all be beautiful. So know that, right? I'll be right back. Okay. I've got it out now. Like me, they will never be straight. I don't know why I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't do that. Anyway, I was looking at this sticker, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. So I was wondering, what is this sticker? Why do they have a picture of a rock? And that's the Wheel of Fortune, which we found out when we went through the major arcana. So that's really cool. I love that. I'm going to be reading up on that. And maybe it will come out for me and I'll have to read up on it because I am going to look at the book because I am so intrigued on how she did it. So, okay, I haven't even asked a question. Cut that out. So let's start with the deck interview and your true self. What can you tell me about yourself? We have the Six of Swords. Ooh. Thank you. Okay. Next is your uniqueness. What is your favorite topic? And I got 2. So I have the Magician. We saw that one. Isn't that beautiful? I love the kelp in the background. Magician, and another major arcana, we have Justice. So I'm finally going to look that one up. All right. That's your uniqueness. Wow. Okay, strengths. What are your strengths? Ooh. Oh my, we got that. Now, I don't know if they have reversed, but this one did come out reversed, and we'll see what that means, if it means anything. It's magic. Reversed. Strength. I'm guessing they don't have. That's not reversible. And I was saying earlier, too, that I didn't see any people, but wouldn't it be cool if there was one card? Just one card. And it's a person, and it's actually the creator's, like, persona face. Whatever. It's like, it's not a people deck, but here she is. I would love that. What's that? 3 or 4? Oh, so far. There. Crisis averted. Just, And I looked it up because I thought, why not? And that one is not reversed. I mean, I guess you could, but no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'll show you when the time has come. We'll go through the book because it is very different, and I would like you to see it, and I'd like to see it myself. So we're going to do number 4, and what are you avoiding? What is your weakness? The 5 of stones, which would be the 5 of, forgive my freaking, I'm going to, 5 of stones, squirrel. 5 of stones is 5 of pentacles. Okay, so I'm sorry, but, gosh, I did not check my fingernails when I came back in the house. Yes, I was outside. So let me just, gross. Why am I ignoring that? Okay, sorry. Oh my God, nothing ends. I'm ignoring it. Okay, so let me just say sorry about my nails. I had to go outside. It was a chicken thing. I washed my hands twice, but I obviously missed my thumb. So, ew. So, ew, getting past it, ew. All right. Such a squirrel day. Okay, we are going to do first impression. What is your first impression of me? I have a feeling I know what this is going to be. Aw, the sun. Okay. And the 5 of arrows, which would be the 5 of wands. Okay, well, sure. Thanks. Okay, so your task, what are you here to teach me? What are you here to teach me? Oh, dang. All right. Your task is death. Okay. Partnership. What will our relationship be like? Aw. I'll take that. 10 of Cups. That's a pretty card. So our relationship will be 10 of Cups. Okay, what needs maintaining? What can I do to keep our relationship, or no, sorry, what can I do to keep our communication clear? I got to work on that, don't I? Seven of Cups. That's what needs maintaining. Your deep knowledge. What is your overall message for me that is important for future readings? Your deep knowledge. Oh, lovely. Oh, hey, camera. How are you? There we go. That fool. And last one. Overall outcome. What is the potential outcome of our working relationship? Wow. And Queen of Swords. That's very cool. That's a pretty card. I love the colors of this. Honestly. It's very emotive. Do you know what I mean? Like, darker, soulful cards have darker, soulful colors. Happy cards have happy colors. I'm having a coffee because it's been one of those days since 3 a.m. It says, good karma. Need some. Let's start. Your true self is the 6 of Swords. So, what little... You're at the end, Swords. 6. So it says, recovery, retreat, transition. So water is emotions and calm. the cloth around the sword, I'll pick this up as I read it. The cloth around the sword is bandages for protection, and the boat is support carrying away. So, Six of Swords, your true self, is that you work with calming emotions. Your true self is about support and retreat and transition. That's really nice. So you're going to take me on a journey. So yourself is that you go on journeys in loving, calm waters with protection and support as we go, and you're going to show me some things, and it's going to be to my advantage to see them. And I can see that there's some things that might be upsetting, but you're saying, no, this is going to be calm, this is going to be gentle, you're going to be held, you're going to be shown things. But I think it's a voyage into self. What do you think of that? I like that. Voyage into self. And that is such a pretty card. I love those colors. Now we got two here. So let's start with the Magician. And the Magician for your uniqueness. It's two Major Cups cards. What am I saying? Two major arcana. So we're going to start with the Magician, your uniqueness, your favorite topic. Conscious effort. Hi, where's the middle? Conscious effort, skill, and ingenuity. And it's got a picture of the pearl. Not a picture, it's a drawing. It says, what started out as a single grain of sand, an irritant for the oyster, has transformed into a beautiful pearl by the oyster using layers and layers of nacre. Nacre? Dang. Something. Pretty stuff. So your uniqueness is that you're going to take something that is obviously irritating to me or something that is bothering me, and you're going to help me see that it is eventually going to be something that I can learn from, or something that I'll get a pearl of wisdom from. Oh, pearl of wisdom. Okay. What is wrong with me? Justice. We're going to look at you. Justice. All right. So I'm clueless on why stalagmites and stalactites. Like, I don't get it. So it says fairness, balance, equality. Oh, do you see it now? Okay. So stalactite, one that hangs down, is the cause or the choice coming down. And then you have the drip, and the drip is and or results, and the bottom is the effect and consequences. The stalagmite, choices and direction, choices and decisions build up. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So you have cause and effect, or you have choice, the results, and the consequences. Isn't that interesting? So you have the stalagmite, or the tite is on the ceiling, stalactite coming down, and it's dripping all those little minerals. As the water comes down, the minerals calcify, or I don't know the word, could be, and the water drips down, and as it drips, that hardens into a stalagmite. So what you put out builds the stalagmite. Wow, cause and effect. Oh, that's beautiful. I would never have thought of that. So what your choices are will have an effect on your future, because you are building and growing towards that, good or bad. But you need to see and make a conscious choice, because you obviously want the good. And, well, see, these kind of build too, because this is also layering, right? So something about layering, something about taking something that might be, an irritant or a problem, and how you deal with it over time will have consequences. So with an irritant in an oyster, the consequence is that it will layer and layer and layer to make a beautiful pearl of wisdom. And then with this, it builds a stalagmite. It builds and builds and builds because all those minerals just start piling and piling over probably centuries. But it's a direct result of that drip. What you put into it is what you'll get out of it. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. So you're unique. You like, as a deck, you like cause and effect. You like taking something and making it into something else, something better, something wiser, something that you can build on for something better than what you started with. I like that. So now we're at strength and we have magic. No idea, but we're going to find out. So your strength is magic. Mm-hmm. I think that's right at the end, and it is, and it says mystery, unknown, unexplainable. So you have cups, arrows, stones, and swords. So all of the, kind of like the magician, right? Because the magician usually has all 4 of the card categories, elements. And then it has the cauldron and the whatever's in here, called an elixir, and it's got question marks, and this says growing mushrooms, magic. Are you saying magic mushrooms? This Jack just got so interesting. Mushrooms, maybe magic? I think she means something else, like they're magical, not magic. And this is purple fire, magic. So what I think you're going to say is the strengths are, let me grab that, because that is really vague, and so vague that they just have a question mark up here. So I'm guessing, with all these magic mushrooms, I'm guessing that your strength is taking all the elements and making something magical. Maybe you see your environment differently, and you're going to show me the magic of what I am seeing, or what I'm experiencing, or what I'm thinking. Possibly, yeah, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, my environment, and my curiosity. I think you're going to take everything and you're going to try to show me the magic of where I am and what I'm doing. That beautiful moment where, it looks normal until you look further and you look deeper, and all of a sudden you make these discoveries. It's like, I never knew I had, tulips growing in my garden. We should though, right? How about I never knew I had such warm and fuzzy socks in the back of my sock drawer. Obviously, I put them in there at some point, but I forgot, right? But here I can grab them and put them on and enjoy them all day. Kind of magical. Kind of stupid, but still, that was the first thing that came to my squirrel mind right now. So, I think this is what your strength is. Showing the magic in the mundane, showing the sparkle, in the common environment. Yep, having coffee. All right, what are you avoiding? What is your weakness, I guess you could say? And that's the 5 of stones. That's, 5 of stones. So here they have kind of a drawing of the stones. It says unstable, struggle, scarcity. So around here, she's saying eroded, worn away, washed out. So I think what you're avoiding is going over things, sad things, or destructive things over and over again, and things that wear you down, things that make you feel less than. Right? So maybe in this card, because the 5 of Pentacles is not the happiest card. It's like basically saying, you feel alone, and you feel like there's no help out there and you feel like you have less than, or you are less than, or, you know, you're struggling and you don't see the help that could be available. So what you're avoiding in this, it kind of looks like that you're avoiding that, oh boy, that just came to me, that message of self-pity. Could it be? So you avoid that struggle mindset, because right here it looks like it's everything's a journey. Everything's a new way of seeing something. Everything is like a building on what you have. And this looks like the ocean, the opposite, because it's the erosion. It's the taking away. You avoid the stripping away of things that you don't like, and you instead take them and you build on it. So instead of stopping something, it's like, let's take what's happening and build from that. So I think that's the opposite, right? I mean, these are opposites, right? If you just, you know, don't look at this and don't look at this, and you see what's happening here is like the stalactite is building the stalagmite. And if you look here, the stone is being eroded away. So opposites. So yeah, so I think you're more into building instead of stripping away, instead of, you know, like saying stop that behavior. It's like, no, let's take that behavior and change it into something practical and useful. Takes more. They both take time. That's good. They both do take time. Erosion takes time, and building these stalagmites and stalactites take time, but one is taking away and one is adding. So I think that's basically what you're avoiding, is the taking away and the stripping down. What about that? First impression of me. Now, I love that your first impression, first was the sun, and that's just a happy card. Could be overly optimistic. If I can get the word out, that's what I mean. So yeah, so the sun is right here. We're going to talk about success and growth and thriving. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. And thriving in harsh conditions and blooming and successful and tall and proud. I wish I was taller. Perfectly adapted, supported by friends, happy where you go. Isn't that wonderful? And I'm glad you pulled a clarifier, because yes, that all sounds really good. But then you go, well, wait a minute now. Here's another environment you got to look at. And that's the 5 of arrows, which is the 5 of wands, which is usually, it can be playful, or it can be like, a little bit of angst, fighting, competition, conflict, challenge. So you and arrows are all trapped up in the branches. What a hassle. That's what it says here. Your arrows are all trapped up in the branches. What a hassle. So frustration, competition, conflict. So maybe what you're saying is, for me, is that my exterior is that everything's fine. I'm thriving. I'm happy. Nothing's really bothering me. I'm doing well, but underneath, I have challenges. I have things that I am dealing with. I have it kind of look like, if you look at this, am I not in camera? I have to stop that. That you're kind of looking up and you're almost in the center of the storm, and you're looking up and you see all these arrows, and they're stuck in the branches. You have to figure out a way to get those, and it's kind of like the swirling storm. So underneath, maybe you see that I have challenges that I'm trying to face or conquer, or I have conflicts that I am trying to solve. But my exterior is that I try to be positive. I try to put on that happy face, even though underneath maybe I am feeling different than this. It's not a sunny day. It's not a bright day. It's not even a fun day. It's a lot of stuff going on, in my head, right? There's a lot of rumination going on, a lot of self-talk going on. There's a lot of things battling in my head, and it's like, okay, well, or even circumstances, because it's not swords. So that's interesting that you're calling me out on that. But I do appreciate that it didn't just come out this, because I would hate to know that, whatever is bothering me is showing, because people ain't got time for that, right? Do you hear the ravens? Like, it's been a day. Okay. So your task, appropriate, your task is, what are you here to teach me? And like death. I know it's transformation and it's changing, it's the ending of one thing and the beginning of another. Yes, yes, yes. But why are you coming up as your task? Why is this a task for you? Show me, bookie. Show me. So death, it says transformation, inevitability, rebirth. The tree has died, but life isn't over. This death is a new beginning for another life. Moss finds a new home. Mushrooms begin to grow, breaking down the wood for their own growth. When one thing ends, something else can begin. Okay, so your task, you're telling me, is that you are going to help me or teach me. You're here to teach me that when one thing ends, something else will begin. I think of it as the universe hates empty space, meaning that when one thing ends, there isn't a nothingness. It means that something else must fill its place. So something else is born into that place or moves into that place, or something else develops from that absence. So with death, I think your task is to show me that an ending isn't necessarily the ending, and then there's nothing. The ending comes and something new is, and maybe something better. It is a lot of life that comes from that dead stump. So in death, something in that absence of life, something else comes from it. So here, I mean, they're beautiful. The tree was beautiful, I'm sure, but now we have something new. Something is building on what was. And so your task is, I guess, maybe to show me the other side of whatever might be ending. I need to see what comes after. New life. Partnership. 10 of Cups. Now that's a happy one. Did I not even show you? I'm just random. That's a very happy card. So 10 of Cups, what do you say? 10 of Cups. See, it's not even the card. It's so cool. But there's the cup. There's the cup. So 10 of Cups. Fulfilled, peaceful family love, joy, growth, family connection, happiness, contentment, wholeness, abundance, care, and love. Joy. I probably already went around that. So, partnership. What will our relationship be like? Well, it looks very good. It looks like everything you would ever want. Fulfillment. We're going to have a connection. We're going to have contentment and wholeness and happiness. You're telling me everything I want to hear. So isn't that beautiful? We're going to have a whole cup full of wonderful, happy, wholesome experiences together. Wonderful. It couldn't have made me happier. So 7 of Cups comes with what needs maintaining. I should have kept this open. Na, na, na. So the Seven of Cups. So many choices, right? It's like, what kind of tea do you want? Do you want this kind of tea or this kind? You get all these different choices. Some will be good, some will be bitter, some will be refreshing, and some will, probably make you go poop in half an hour. So I'm being weird. I'm so sorry. My mind is everywhere. So Seven of Cups. It's choices and decision, experimentation. Wow, I hit that. So many choices. Okay, so what needs maintaining? So what can I do to keep our communication clear? I think what you're saying is to be open to different ideas and different suggestions. I don't have to take them all, but I do have to hear them. I do have to see them on the shelf and know that that is an option, I think is what you're saying, is that there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to tell me, and I can shelve it and keep it there, or I can take it down and see if that fits for me. I like that. Deep knowledge. Well, the Fool. Oops, there you go. The Fool. What is your deep knowledge? Right away, there's the Fool, which is beautiful that it's the dandelion fluff. So beginnings, potential, spontaneity, a small seed with a potential to grow anywhere it lands. Will it land somewhere that it can grow and multiply, or will the adventure end with the seed landing where it cannot grow? So in the water. Ooh. So your deep knowledge. Message for me that is important for future readings. So what I think you're saying is that your message is you're going to float an idea to me. You're going to float an idea to me. I can either take it and grow from it, with these ones, take it and grow something with it, or I can let it go. You're telling me that I don't have, if you tell me something, and I put it on my shelf, I don't have to take that advice. I can use my own reasoning and knowledge to say that is for me or that is for something later. I love that. Isn't that something? So I love that that's for future readings, that everything that is going to be presented to me doesn't mean I have to do it right then, right there. And that's like the final say. I can take it or I cannot. I still have that choice and that determination. Ooh. Loving you. You're just so, you're a cup of warm tea. So, Queen of Swords. Hi, camera. I know you're there. Queen of Swords. Overall outcome. What is the potential outcome of our working relationship? Queen of Swords. You're at the end. So, potential outcome. Intelligent, honest, observant. Interesting sword. Aesthetically pleasing. Still sharp and deadly. Ooh, you're saying the queen has some curves to her. Stupid. But there's snow and ice, so it's cold and chilling. A part of life, not malicious. Okay. So our potential outcome is that there's going to be honesty and an intelligent conversation. And sometimes it's going to be maybe sharp. Maybe sometimes it's going to feel like it's a little cold, a little too on the nose. And it's like, don't take it to heart. Sometimes honesty is needed. Sometimes honesty is where we need to go. Sometimes, sometimes honesty can, be pretty, but it's sharp. Cold and chilling. Okay, part of life, not malicious. So, yeah, our overall outcome is that there's going to be a sharp honesty to our conversations, and it's not that you don't like me, it's more like, you know, this is our relationship. We're going to be honest with each other. I do love that. I really like this card. This is so pretty. So this is looking at this whole beautiful, beautiful spread. All the colors and these gorgeous cards, and like, how simple is this book? Like, really, it's so simple. But I think the point is that it wants you to take it, look into the cards, look at the few things that it gives you and say, what can you learn? What can you, there's a word, I'll find it when I take my coffee. And I didn't get it. So what can you take from this, and from the few things that I tell you? How can you build your story? And I think this was just beautiful. I think this was a lot of fun. I do love that there's a nod to magic mushrooms. That's stupid. Why did I say that? I do think that this is going to be a real fun reader. It's telling me that, you know, we're going on that journey. It's funny that it begins with swords and it ends with swords. It begins with, you know, you're protecting that sword. You know, on this journey, you're binding it, you're protecting it, you're keeping it safe. But at the end of the journey, the overall outcome is that sheath is gone, and we see how beautiful it is, but also we get to feel how sharp it can be. I mean, that's just a bookend to a reading if I've ever seen one. I love that. And it's just beautiful. So I thank you for going through this with me on such a hectic day. Thank you for being here with this card and deck interview. And I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you.